Hello everyone, I'm Greycloak, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to Factorio 1.0 for episode 63, where we just got a lot more belts and are going to go back and, well, putting more stuff down, planning more stuff. And then somewhat soon, I think, we can start planning out the bus. Probably not this episode, but in a bit. Well, we should probably just go all the way to the top. Okay. Any chance that we can do 2 of these at a time? They need some time to recharge in between at least, so maybe not the best plan. Maybe not. Let's just continue with 1 at a time. Okay, let's grab some more belts. So yeah, at some point when we are a bit further with this area, I think between episodes I will just make one outpost for every one of these depots, or maybe one outpost for every 2, just so we get some resources in all of them, and that should make it a bit easier for us to plan everything out. So for now, that is the plan. Because it would be pretty boring, honestly, to just see me build 20 iron outposts and 20 copper outposts, plus all of the steel and gold and stone and brick outposts. The oil outposts we might do in an actual episode. At least that's my current plan. Because we aren't gonna make a lot of them, and there might be some interesting stuff. Need a bit of landfill here. Okay, that's 1 more. There we go. Not too bad, this stuff will work that needs to be put into this. But then again, we need to do the same thing on the other side. So this might also be something I'm gonna do between episodes. Because honestly, it's getting to be boring, I guess. It's not a lot of fun doing it, and I guess it's even less fun watching it. So, yeah. Let's agree on that. Is that all of my build already? Apparently so. So maybe instead of doing this, we should go and work on some oil processing. I mean, we can start it right here already. I don't really suspect that we're gonna have a lot of stuff over here anyway. Could also use these deposits. Do something over here or over here. But why not just start with the closest, easiest, accessible one? Let's do that, shall we? But let's use the last of our build first. Perfect. Just 5 belts left here. What is all this underground belt? Am I requesting that much? I am. Oh, because of all of the outposts, of course. It's not gonna be very useful for oil processing, but oh, I wasn't really prepared to start doing that just yet, but we might as well. Okay, so right here. Now, here we are going to use robots, because, yeah, pipes will be too much work. And we will beacon everything up, I guess. How are we going to make this scalable? And do we want to bring in more oil here, or do we want to make an oil outpost at all of the deposits? I think we will just make an outpost at all these deposits, because it would be a lot of fluids coming in that we had to handle otherwise. And I think I'm okay with that. And as soon as we set this up, we can copy paste most of it to other outposts. We basically don't have anything we need here except for chemical plants. So let's actually go back and get some more. Okay, so we need a lot of pipes. Mainly underground pipes, actually. So let's grab those. We need oil refineries and more chemical plants. We need beacons and speed modules as well, and productivity modules, but those are in the train anyway. We need... Do we need pumps? not 250 at least, so let's not take that. We need some robots. We don't need 500 though. 250 should be okay. Pump jacks. Some water, we already have that, right? Yeah. What else are we going to need? Well, we need a lot of barrels, of course. And, well, should we be producing that here? Or do we just bring a lot of steel and produce it locally? There's your answer to that one. I think this is all we need. We might be low on normal pipe, but I'm not too worried about that. So let's get back up there. Okay, so we need one of these for all of these depots. Where do we want to actually gather all this oil? Oh, do we have something we can put anywhere? Come on, just want to get rid of these. Might as well just put the rest into this lake up here. How are we actually doing on biter bases? Well, yeah, we put these two scanners up here. They should be taking care of most of the biter bases here. Can help it a bit inside the radar range though. Yeah, that's pretty well and good. No problems. Where to gather this? We need some space for a depot, probably over here. Or for the train depot. So if we reserve this area for that, then we're probably going to process it up here. And we would like the oil processing to be furthest away, because, well, we actually need the output from the chemical plants, so those will be closer to the train depot. I hope we're able to do this well with bottled or, well, barreled up fluids. How long does it take to empty a barrel and fill it? 0.2 seconds for 50. And the same way to empty it out. Okay, good. So we should be able to do that pretty quickly. First of all, we want all of our oil up here, put into some oil refineries. Do we need to actually transport this oil by barrel, or are we okay with using pipes? When we actually beacon one of these up entirely, we might not get very far with just pipes. Because this is gonna be very fast, to be honest. Let's just get some power up so we can actually see the numbers here. So plus 700% speed. Crafting speed of 9. And we're destroying trees with our ion cannons. That's all well and good. So 9 times crafting speed. And if we put these in, it's 8.5 times crafting speed. Which means that a recipe that takes 5 seconds will now only take a little more than half a second, and it takes 100 crude oil every half a second then. That is a lot. A lot. How much does this output? Okay, petroleum is the heaviest output then. How are we going to... Usually for fully beaconing up these normal structures, I'd do something like this. And that's not gonna fit in very well with this. But if we're gonna work with pipes here anyway, then we need at least one of them to be out here. We could just barrel this up. At least the petroleum, because that's going to be brought out by train, so we need to barrel this up. Stop it. So how are we going to do that? This will take empty barrels in and output full barrels. Well, if we put up this directly against here, we can do this. Let's get some more modules so we can just see the numbers on this. And this can't be productivity, no, so that is also. So we have a crafting speed of 8.75 with a crafting time of 0.2 seconds. I don't think a pipe can provide that, at least not from one of these machines. Maybe we don't need two modules or beacon these up entirely. Maybe they can just be out here. This is still crafting speed of 5. So it can rate this recipe 25 times per second. 25 by 50 coke this crude oil. Let's just make it right with petroleum. Same time, yeah. 25 by 50. 1250 red. This can output 55 by 2, basically. So 110. So this can easily handle the output of, what, 10 of these. Really? Just because of this is a 5-second recipe, I guess. Yeah, okay. Can a pipe handle 5 of these though? That's 1250 per second in a pipe, and that's a no. So we will probably just put down one of these for each. We don't need those. $110 per second should be fine with a pipe, as long as it's not filled up. For the other 2 fluid pipes here, we can just keep them in here if we want to. But then when we need to get the red out, that's gonna be a bit harder. But then we do have some space in here that we can use for other things if we want to. Like we can do this. Actually get it out that way. We can't really connect it here though. How about we make that the short one then? That might be more stupid. Let's just put these down to make sure that we don't interfere with them. Then this one is, well, stuck here. Not the greatest idea. Can just do something like that and then bring it out. Not the prettiest, but should work right. And we get, what, 50 of these for every oil refinery? Well, since we have this out here, we might as well just put this out as well. Yeah. Then we also might as well just make enough space here for a robopod. And then we can start the heavy oil and light oil refining out here. Okay, so what sort of stuff are we expecting in here? Are these named? No, they're not. Too bad. So these 4 are supposed to be petroleum, right? Then 1... Well, we need lubricant, we need sulfuric acid, and we need light oil. Right, yeah, we're going to make solid fuel up here on the bus, so we will need light oil to come in, as well as the rocket fuel needs light oil as well as that. So yeah, well, I guess we had a document somewhere. I haven't opened that, so let's not worry about that just yet. But we need a lot of petroleum at least, and a good amount of light oil. All of these depots, are they going to be outputting all of those 4 fluid types? Or are some of them just going to focus on petroleum? I mean, we need the most petroleum, and all of the others will just be backed up if we don't have enough petroleum. So we might as well just make sure that all of these can process everything into petroleum, and then we'll just output the others first if they have enough. Or if we have enough petroleum, right? Yes, let's do that. So let's start by processing all the heavy oil that we're going to get from this. Let's just consider this crafting speed of 8.5 to be a crafting speed of 10. Then we can make this recipe every 2 seconds, or 2 times a second. Plus we get some productivity, 30% extra. Let's get a calculator because, well, we're going to need it. And is it 25 heavy oil? Yes, it is. 25 by 2 crafts per second by the productivity bonus, so 65 per second. Since we are using a calculator, maybe we should use the correct crafting speeds here. Let's do that. So 8.55 divided by the recipe time of 5 seconds multiplied by productivity multiplied by how much we get. So 55.5, 56. We need to be able to handle that. Why didn't I take a blueprint of this when I had it down before? Let's put that over there for later reference. Then I don't need it in my inventory. Okay, so replace that. With a chemical plant. Okay, so we also need water. We can have that on another pipe, of course, and we can just get the water from the other side if we want to. I think we do want that. So let's just assume that that is what we're going to do. And then we're going to output light oil. How are we going to handle this stuff? We also need to be able to process the light oil into petroleum, as well as the light oil from over here. Actually, it is a lot easier if this is always just out here. Meaning that we need to move this one pile further away. No, we don't. Never mind. This can just be here. Except when they're too close. It might be easier to just move it anyway. Let's do that. So, how much can this take per second? Let's start with that. 40 heavy oil for each craft. Let's just improve on that. $40 every 2 seconds, that's 20 every second. multiplied by 6.55. Is 131. And how much did this output? Can we see that? Yes, 55. So we can handle 2 refineries worth of heavy oil here. That should also be possible in a pipe. So we can put this up. No, we can't because the blueprint is weird. We need to get these in somehow. We can just turn this around actually. Like that. Then we're still 1 space short though. I think at least. Let's just try it. Yes, we are overlapping 1 space, or 1 tile. Can we do anything about that? Well, we could move this out 1 tile further. Then move this down. Then everything can be here. Yep. Let's go with that, shall we? At least for now. Okay. We still need to handle all of this input and output. But at least these 2 can be paired for 1 heavy oil processor. So we basically don't need this. Yeah, so that's the heavy oil from those 2. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.